Bam! What is up, tater salads? We're back in the chop shop, working on the f100. A brake master cylinder actually took a crap on me on the f100, so it's parked, which is gonna finally let me work on it the way that I should be. I actually have the brake master cylinder. I was intending on doing it when I had the engine and everything out, which I still might wait on. I don't know. I want to dyno this thing and everything, but at the same time, I have most everything I need to do that engine build. I'm kind of just waiting on, buying a radiator and running it. But anyway, again, I said that's allowing me the opportunity to knock out a couple oddball projects I've been wanting to work on. First, is this one. I'm not messing with this on the video or anything, but this is the original jack. It still works. The original strap. I have the entire kit of that. So I'm gonna actually go through and restore this stuff and put that back under the hood. But if any of you have been hanging out here for a while, you saw that I did the skeleton hand and the glass skull bottle as my overflow tank for the radiator, and that really made this look super ugly. And this is just the factory windshield washer reservoir. And my original, you can see how this thing's just gross. My original intentions were to try and do a little bit of something with this bottle. I actually had intentions on just trying to slide this in and then put a hole in the bottle or something. I also originally thought that this was a puller and had a barb on it, so I'd just be able to vent tube this and drain downward. It's not so much the case. This is actually a pusher, and this is just big and awkward, and it doesn't look quite right. What I have decided to do is, this pump's junk and pumps are cheap. I'm actually going to run an external pump, and I'm just going to gravity feed my washer reservoir. I am going to put a little vent tube in this. Not a vent tube, but just a little vent hole, peephole, basically. I know people are probably like freaking out. That's glass, you can't do that. I've actually had a lot of really good luck putting holes in glass with a Dremel and just like a stone bit and just light pressure and a good RPM. And it's just a little pinhole is all it needs, because the pump that I'm going to use is going to pull, and that'll put vacuum on it. I don't think it ever put nearly enough pressure on this thing to break it, but I think it would make the system not work properly. But yeah, this is basically what I'm working with right here. This is what the new system is going to be, and this is just a mock-up. This board I'm just going to use basically to get all my holes and everything from. This is just going to be a jig, and this is my mock-up. But I'm going to use this bottle, little barb fitting. There'll be some O-rings in here to make that seal. The growler caps, depending on where you get them from, actually have a seal on them anyways. So the bottle will seal upside down, and then you just need to get rings in here for your barb fitting to seal that up. And basically, without further ado, I'm going to blow this back apart, use this board as a jig for the next one to get the final product, and then we're going to install this on the truck. So without further ado, toodles. Bam. Alright guys, so here we are. You can see I got everything blown back apart. And all I've done is I've just got another board underneath my jig, basically, and I got it clamped down. I noticed, and I just eyeballed everything previously, and I'm kind of just eyeballing it again. I did try to make a decent looking square. I didn't like one of my holes were a little bit off right there, and I went just a little bit larger because I wanted a little bit more meat right there. This isn't real heavy, so I'm not real concerned. I mean, it doesn't need a whole lot, but there were just some things I wanted to straighten up a little bit. So I'm just gonna use this as a jig. These holes I'll fully drill once this is back apart, but I can obviously hit these real quick and get my centers for those, and then we'll move forward. Nope, that's not the one I want. That's not the one I want. It's not the right one. It's the right one. Bam. Bam. Now we got doubles. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this. I might cut this into some shape or burn it or paint it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but we'll go ahead and cut this and jump on to whatever I decide to do next. And wow, this is what we came up with. I don't know what you want to call that. A fucking kidney or a liver or something. Also, I don't possess all the proper woodworking tools to make this happen, so we're going to do this with a cheap skill saw and angle grinder. Hopefully. So, let's see if we can make this happen. And alright guys, here we go. I'm pretty happy with it. Again, these are just screws that are it's literally just levitating in place right now. It'll be all flush and mounted securely when final install goes. You know, just like this thing is kind of just kind of hanging out here. I'm gonna run my little pump, probably put it right down here, and then plumb it right back up to the squirters through its factory spot. It's probably going to be more pressure than factory and probably turn those things into like pressure washers, but we'll find out. Again, and I need to put like a little weep hole up here because I don't want this thing pulling vacuum and you know, again, I don't think it'll make this bottle break, but I think it would possibly disrupt the system once it pulls enough vacuum. And that's all I got. I think it turns out sick. It turned out sick. I don't know how you guys feel about it. Again, I guess I gotta plumb this thing in and finalize it. Gotta finalize that thing, but that is my overflow tank for the radiator. And then my windshield washer reservoir. Shout out to Bare Hands for their awesome beer and the growler. That's all I got for you right now on this episode, guys. Again, when those are done, they'll have a pump. They'll all be bolted down and much prettier and finalized. Thanks for tuning in and hanging out with me on my random stuff that I build, my old rusty vehicles. Give your boy a like, a subscribe, do some sharing, comments, anything. Anything you can do to get my name out there, it all helps. And again, I know my following is very small, but I'm very, very happy and very, very grateful for the people who hang out and watch me do all this oddball stuff. So I hope you all have a fantastic day, and until next time, deuces.